How much is the bet?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the King's Casino. Tonight we have 50, 100.
It works for you.
It's not the football.
Introducing the players. In seat number 1, we have Jan. He'll be sitting down at €20,000.
Thank you.
Moving on to seat 2.
Thank you, sir.
The infamous Patrick Antonius. He'll be sitting with €30,000. In seat 3, no stranger to anyone here tonight, the owner of the casino, Leon. He'll be sitting with 10,000. In seat number 4, Thomas Bichon. He'll also be sitting with 10,000. Seat number 5 is Yanni Vilmunen. He'll also be sitting with €10,000. In seat number 6 is Dimitri Holdew, sitting with €10,000. Seat number 7, also no stranger here at the King's Casino. It's Besim Hot with €10,000. And our final player this evening, in seat number 8, Florian Langman.
No one knows him.
Good luck to everybody. Shuffle up and deal.
Who the fuck is that guy? I don't fucking know you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are live now at the King's Casino. Tonight we are playing 50, 100 pot limit Omaha. Minimum sit down €10,000. As you can see on the screen, Jan Peter Jachman, he sat with 20,000, and Patrick Antonius is sat with 30,000. Everybody else with 10,000. A few new faces here at the Cash Kings. A couple of old faces. We certainly know we're going to see plenty of action. With seat 1, Jan Peter Jachman. He is a WSOP 10,000 PLO champion. Patrick Antonius, no stranger to high-stakes cash games. The owner himself of the casino, Leon Tsakurnik, certainly loves to gamble. Haven't really seen Thomas in seat 4 or Yanni in seat 5 play much, or seat 6 Dimitri. Besim, we know Besim's not afraid to put any chips over the line. And also Florian Langman. It's 4-card PLO. There's going to be sickness, there's going to be tears, there's going to be big swings. And we're going to be here for 6 hours. Any questions, put them in the chat box. So we've got the action already started. Small blind made it 500. Flop bottom set. It's always nice. Take the first pot. Easy money. We'll be running a couple of competitions for you guys in the chat box tonight. We're going to be giving away some tournament credit here at the King's Casino. Last time we did a competition, what was the biggest pot of the night going to be? In fact, we've got the winner of that competition with us. We're going to bring him to you later. He's come out to play the 1 million guaranteed. No, not too many big hands running around. Action on Leon. Certainly not a bad high-low hand, but he's got ace-3 double deuce. I'd say it's one suited, but it's not really a suit. He raised it up. Besim. He's not afraid to stick in a re-raise. King, Queen, Jack, 10, 1 suit. We know it's getting called by Leon. Definitely going to get called by Dimitri. We're going to be 3 ways to this flop. What a flop this is for Besim. Besim Hot. Maybe his first name's Hot, his surname's Besim. But he got second pair and a complete wrap with backdoor spades. Leon just with an ace, no kicker. Can't imagine he's going to get involved here. And it's going to come around to Dimitri, who's got second pair and a gut shot. He's also going to fold. And that's a nice little pot there.
Never. You know that they never bluff. Never say ever.
Well, we're going to be for the 6 hours we've got today. Tomorrow we've got some Hold'em action. Got a few players on the waiting list for this Omaha game. Sure, it's not going to be too long before we see the first reload. But it's definitely good to see a bit of deep stack poker happening. Minimum buy-in. 100 big blinds.
I feel more comfortable when I have 60k in front of me.
Okay, yeah.
And Leon, as we know, Leon's usually sits in seat 1. We've done the table draw today. He's in seat 3. Let's see if seat 3 brings him any luck. He's been a big winner on these TV streaming games. Here we go. Well, Langman, aces and deuces, 1 suit in the big blind. He's gone for the pot. He's potted it. Antonius raised early position. King, Queen, 7-5 double suited. Everybody's flatted behind.
I can win all the matches.
I'm going to give you a clue. No one folds in this game. So I'm pretty sure... Wow, we've got a folder. We've got 1 folder. Dimitri on the button. Cannot fold. He's got position. 4 ways to the flop. 7,500 euros in there. Only 1 ace left in the deck, but he's double suited. Diamonds would see action. And there's a diamond. It's not to be. 6, 7, jack, rainbow. Not a bad board. Could be a little bit scary against draws, but if you've raised pre-flop, checking here is... I guess you're going to get some information where you are. Everybody's checked, so I'm pretty sure it's... Well, this is not a great card for him. He doesn't have spades. A lot of cards are connecting there. Aces, that's good solid discipline. We can see that Leon's got a straight to the 8. It's not the nuts, it's second nuts, but I'm pretty sure he's going to bet about 5k. If not, say pot.
Pot.
He said pot. 7,550. Just for you guys at home, the white chips are 100, the purple chips are 500, the yellow chips are 1,000. There are some green chips in play, they're 5,000, and there are some 20. The green chips are 25. Can't imagine to get too much action. No one with spades, just 2 pair for Patrick. Patrick's just going to give this up. There it is. You showed Patrick. Little cheeky smile. Patrick Antonius yesterday on the live stream. He had his own tournament. €100 buy-in. It was 50,000 guaranteed. 1-day event. We saw that guarantee get smashed here at the King's Casino. Today they got the deep stack, €650 buy-in. Quite a few events coming up over the next week until we hit the main event. €1 million guaranteed. I'll be here bringing you action from the feature table.
No, on the flop I fold. If you go all in, I fold. Yeah, no, I do. I couldn't. I got it for free, basically.
Next time, please tell me before.
Oh, this is straddle, yeah.
I don't even hear you now.
I could have straddle, you know, and
I don't even hear you now. Say loud, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Say big blind, please, sir. That's okay.
I could have straddled.
So I almost fold my hand and I have a
Just
better
made a
hand.
mistake again.
Straddles are on. Straddles are live all the way up to the button. You can only straddle from under the gun. If you're just tuning in, not sure what a straddle is, you have the small blind and the big blind. A straddle is double the size of the big blind, so it's an extra big blind, and they still have action and they're live. Pretty sure we're going to see quite a few straddles. We've got the gambling players sitting next to each other in seats 1, 2 and 3. If you have Peter straddles, Leon will encourage Patrick to double straddle, and Leon, without a doubt, will put the triple straddle in. So we'll then be playing 50, 100, 200, 400, 800, which then becomes short stack, PLO. And this game will get deep pretty quickly, I'm sure. Now Patrick raised this one up. Ace, King, 10, 6, 1 suit. 4 callers behind. I like the 9, 8, 7, 7 hand. King 4, 3 with 2 hearts. So Antonius with the razor pre-flop. He's got top pair, the nut flush draw. Leon with a gut shot 5, which you don't really want to hit the donkey end of the straight.
How much?
Bichon with the gut shot 6. Not really too much interest in this hand. Vilmunen will have no interest. And Yachman. Can't imagine he's going to get too involved. Well, Leon here's got the second nut flush draw and the gut shot to the bad end of the straight. The 3 players to act behind him after Patrick's bet is either going to move in or he's going to fold. Well, he's done neither of those. What do I know? He's opted just to call Patrick. He doesn't know how much trouble he's in. He's got 3 outs. The front door, the back door and the windows. And Patrick's moved it all in blind. Well, Leon's now found himself a pair of 8s. He might just call this. He doesn't have that much left behind. He's looking at Patrick as if to say, what are you doing to me? Now, Patrick raised pre-flop. He's let out the flop and he's moved all in blind on the turn. You have to assume if he... the worst he's got is the nut flush draw, so your flush draw is no good. Otherwise, he's got the overpair, the bear ace, or he's got a set of kings, or he's got ace king, XX. He's got 3 outs. Well, Leon makes the fold. Interesting if he decides to call the flop. He's going to fold the turn. And there you go. Maybe that was Patrick's fee for wearing the King's logo today. Who knows? Well, as predicted, straddle is on. Leon, 200. Well, a couple of interesting little medium hands. Leon with the best of it. Top 2. Gut shot for Antonius. But Yachman's let out here. Probably thinks it's a pretty dry board and I can just steal the money in the middle. And Leon has raised it up. It's 500 to call. It's 2,000 now. Pretty sure that's the end of the hand. There it is. Just another couple of thousand to put in the stack.
I thought I had a king, I don't even have a king. I thought I really had a king, I had a queen. So, I had nothing.
Well, I have small piece of information. I had a king and more. King and more. And top 2 pair. King 5. King and more. And I had a straight draw.
Yes, odd not spot. This is PLO, 4 card. It's going to be Omaha all day today. Hold'em will be streaming live tomorrow evening at 7:30. Now the action is on seat 5, Vilmunen. Yanni is the first name. Raised it up, he's bet pot. Or just under, 700. Wow, we just saw Bessim fold quite a good hand. It's been called in a couple of spots. Well, look at this. He's raised pre-flop. It's come double 7, 9. He's got the dangler 7 in his hand. Overpair for Leon and an underpair. So in his eyes, he's got 4 outs. And Bichon has flopped the complete wrap with a 9. Backdoor clubs. You can see this pot getting a bit juicy. Not really sure how Thomas Bichon plays, but we're going to find out. Action on Leon. I can't imagine that he's going to fold for 12. Wow, he has folded. This is the new improved Leon we're watching. Discipline. I mean, you've got to assume here, the guy raised pre-flop. You flopped top-end wrap with the 9. if he's got a 7, it's pretty unlucky in this spot. Well, he's opted for a raise here instead of a call, and I guess that's just to find out where he is. And to put pressure if he just does have a dangly 7. If his opponent just has aces or kings, it's an easy fold. So I like this raise. Finding out now what players are here to gamble and play some PLO. It's a great bet. Now when you're playing Omaha, these kind of pots are the tricky situations. A player has check raised this flop to you, you've got a 7, you do have 2 overcards. But if you catch your ace or your king, you're never going to make this a huge pot. You're generally going to just be calling the aggressive player's bet, because he could potentially have pocket 9s. Or a 7 with a 9 with the ace or the king as well. But he doesn't care, he's sticking it in his re-raised pot. And Bichon's got his information. I'm pretty sure he's going to fold. It's a paired board. You don't go chasing little straight draws and flush draws on paired boards. Saying that, he's only got 6,000 left. If you come to gamble, the money's going in. But surely the reason he's raised here on the flop is to find out whether he can win with his straight draw. It's a great hand. Great hand of Omaha from these players. I'm sure he's folding. No, he doesn't want to fold. He said, what the hell? Let's gamble. They're going to get on their backs. We're going to see that he's still 43%.
Can we run twice, or is that only once?
So they're asking about running it twice. To explain that, they'll have 2 turns and 2 rivers, and they'll split the pot in 2 if it is allowed. But he's picked up clubs, and he's made the flush. That's the first pot to Bichon. So they are running it twice. So as you'll see, there'll be another turn and another river, which is a 6 to give him the straight and an 8. So he actually wins both. And what they do there is they take the pot of 20,450 and divide it into 2, 10,225 each. And if they won one each, they'd take half the pot each. Or if somebody wins both, they take both. That's exactly what's happened here. The underdog, he's won them both. And Yanni Vilmunen is not feeling very good right now. Pretty sure he'll be calling for a reload. This game's just getting warmed up.
I knew what's coming. Pocket jacks and pocket deuces.
7,450 right here, and I think he got more than...
First was a board with deuces. You gave it all.
What do you mean? Where
So he's not going to lose everything.
The
the
first
first-
board.
Really?
Yes.
That deuce is from the first board. I have 400.
7,450.
Definitely from the
Yeah, but I couldn't make all this.
safe. You say,
I need to have tips. It's okay.
Pre-flop I could do. They would that do it. I wouldn't do it 2 eyes. I wouldn't deal 2 eyes.
15.
It's okay.
Yeah, that is correct, Bod. They must use 2 cards from their hand. So if the board came down ace, ace, king, king, queen, and you just had ace, deuce, deuce, 3 in your hand, you wouldn't have a full house. You would just have 3 aces. The same as if 4 spades are on the board and you've got the bare ace of spades, you don't have a flush. You must use 2 from your hand, and only 2. 2 from your hand, 3 from the board. Best 5-card poker hand. Game of the future, PLO.
It's safe here, but it's not profitable.
Here we go. Cards are in the air. So our competition today is how much do you think the biggest pot of the day will be? Nice and easy. This game will go for 6 hours on the live stream. Plenty of prizes to give away. Well, Langman woken up with ace, double king, jack, no suits. And Antonius with an equally good hand, 10, 9, 8, 6. And raised to 500, called. Langman opting just for a call in the hijack, keep some pot control. Don't mind that at all. No point re-raising there, otherwise they're all going to be all in, and they're just gambling. Take that gamble element away.
Yeah, like maybe 28th of November.
Deuce 3-7 looks like a really safe flop there for Langman, so I'll be surprised if he doesn't bet pot.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a rainbow board.
It's going to be bigger than the last year, because last year was not main event because they had main event in America. It was like a certain, now it's the main event in fact.
Looks like about 14 or 1500, near enough pot. Action on Yachman, just got a pair and a gut shot. And Antonius now, he's hit the 7 to go in between all the cards he needs, but he needs to hit runner. And there's a nice easy pot for Yachman.
I want to order food for the break. Are you going to make smoking area? Yes. Because for me it's good, but many people are not coming last week. We might lose some days. For the break?
You don't like the smoke?
Especially people who you know what, I'll order it now, and whenever it comes I eat. I take a 10 minutes, 15 minutes break. Yeah.
Yeah, but we can make non-smoking area, smoking area. 3 tables smoking. And in case big high roller table.
We can make it if people want to smoke, maybe stand up.
They're just talking about the high roller section. There's no smoking upstairs in the high roller section of the cash game. VIP area. Quite a few big players coming into town. They're talking about creating a smoking area.
I don't smoke.
Leon saying, I don't smoke.
I think it's advertised.
So we have a no smoking VIP area. Nothing wrong with pleasing the customers though. In Europe, still one of the only places I've been to for a while where you can still smoke at the table.
So we needed
Look
to
at this.
advertise this event.
Yachman. King, Queen, Jack, 1 suit. Yanni in seat 5 with 9, 8, 6, 5, 1 suit. And Leon, pair of 8s with the ace suited. And what a flop this is for Leon. I mean, just flopped absolutely golden. He's got Yachman behind with an overpair in the second nut flush draw. 3 pairs for Yanni. Yanni's, I mean, the money's going in here. The money is going in. Leon's flopped the nut straight with a nut flush draw. Yachman with the second nut flush draw. He's not afraid to gamble. And Vilmunen, he's got 3 pairs. 9, 6, 5. I'm surprised they've both checked to him. Maybe he went for the check raise. Leon knows how to play this game. He's led out. Pot was 36.50. Looks like he's bet about 2,400. And there it goes. Looks like the re-raise. Now Yachman, we've seen him call with a lot worse. Runner straight. He doesn't know if his flush draw is any good. It just depends if he's in the gambling mood.
Showdown now.
Oh no, you have to ask floor to make sure that.
Did you show down or not?
Yeah, ask floor.
Where's the floor, man?
Calling the floor there. They're asking, do they have to show down?
Is it only in showdown or not?
Now this is an interesting situation because maybe Yachman doesn't want to show his hand. Yachman's folded. Leon's called. It is a showdown. Cards on their backs when there's an all-in. Not really sure why, because the viewers at home get to see the cards anyway. But there you go.
Just one time.
Okay.
Leon, yeah, he never runs it more than once. Good luck to you, he says, if you win. Looks like it's come a king on the turn. Queen on the river. And we have a winner with Leon. Nice pot there, 22,050 euros. That'll keep the balls from the door. Yeah, win one of those pots every couple of minutes. We saw Leon take just shy of $500,000 last time we played an Omaha game here at the Celebrity Kings cash game. We saw him come back the next day in the Hold'em and absolutely destroy it and top that up to nearly $1 million. But they do finish this game late into the evening or the morning. It goes up into the VIP area and it gets bigger and bigger. So we never know really the true results of what happens. We just know what happens here on the stream. Tommy, when you wrote what happened there, was that when they split it, ran it twice? Bets in from Switzerland. Pretty sure that's going in the muck. Yeah. Queens double suited. Langman pumps it up to 500. No, you can't. It's pot limit. So it's 350. It's 3 times the last bet in front of you plus the rest of the pot. That's how you work out pot limit, the quickest way. So if the blinds are 50, 100, it's 3 times 100 plus the 50. It's the same as calling 100 and raising 250 more. Yeah, it looks like we are 4-way to this flop. Well, you've got hearts. Second nut flush draws, the kings just arrived. Not really too much out there to compete for this. Omaha is a game that you need to bet for information. They've all checked. If a brick comes on the turn, I'm pretty sure we'll see Langman bet. Now, he's got to be sure that no one's probably got a king in this spot. People would be betting their sets or 2 pair to protect their hand. So I think I might have led out there like half pot with queens myself. And now 3's come. He's pretty sure he's in front. Now he doesn't need to bet. Now he can check and hope somebody has a stab. That's correct. Somebody might want to try and steal it, and then he can just pick them off. It's not to be, but he'll take it down. Now you must show all 4 cards to win the pot. You cannot just show your 2 queens and muck the 5 and the 3. Otherwise your hand will be declared dead. You must show all 4 cards in Omaha to win the pot.
Wahnsinn. Wahnsinn. Check the nuts immer durch.
I once saw a pot for about £55,000 in a London casino where a man had quads. There was a pair of 2s on the board. He tabled the pocket 2s from his hand. He mucked his other 2 cards. The other player in the pot that obviously had lost because he couldn't beat quads called the floor. His other 2 cards were so far in the muck they couldn't be differentiated, and the pot was awarded to the other player. Pretty harsh, but rules are rules. Same with Texas Hold'em. You can't win the pot with 1 card. You must show both.
You want service? Service, please. It's your first time here?
Everybody bought in for 10,000 except for Jan Peter in seat 1. He sat with 20,000, and Patrick Antonius sat with 30,000.
Didn't expect to be the biggest. So,
at this. Couple of nice pretty hands here. Ace, King, Jack, 7, 1 suit for Vilman. Not the best hand. Bichon, King, Queen, double Jack, 1 suit. And Leon with King, 10, double 9 with a suit. So we've got plenty of high cards out. Odds on for a low flop. There it is, 8-5 deuce. And Leon doesn't look too interested in this hand. His body language says, I've got none of this. Quite rightly so. The button has decided, if you're both checking, I'm going to try and have a stab at this. He's all in. Dealer's just counting it out.
Not me, something. I just go on the side for 10 minutes.
It looks like 3,200.
Always wasting time. It's better to
Leon folded.
healthier to sit right like this. I eat too much of it.
Okay, it's not all in. He just bet 2,000. I apologise, but it's enough. And that is power poker. That's button play for you.
I get what I got. With 6,000.
Like today I don't have breakfast.
I just wanted to buy this 2,000 for
You have to announce straddle, please, man.
Pass,
Announce it
please.
into the mic.
Was? Was hast du jetzt nicht verstanden? Um die Deutschen zu meckern?
Don't forget, guys, we've got a couple of competitions running. Got money to give away. We've got signed pictures to give away, some of the players. What do you think the biggest pot of the week is going to be here at Celebrity Cash Kings game? Sorry, no Celebrity today, just Cash Kings.
If you want some more, put more in.
We've got 3 days. Today we've got the PLO. Tomorrow we've got Hold'em, 100, 200. And I believe it's 200, 400.
Put it in.
We'll start with what do we think the biggest pot today will be. My bet's going to be 65,000. That's my prediction. Feel free to have a guess. It's free. Well, not much out there for anyone. Yachman, if you're going to take the initiative, there's 1,800 and then you can just have a little cheeky 600 bet. A deuce on the river. No improvement for anyone. Jacks are good. No need for him to bet there.
The world champion in Omaha.
What a nice hand. Unbelievable. The best hand.
World champion. Campione del mondo.
Formerly known as.
Yeah. Campione del mondo. Rozvadov.
And there it is, just as predicted. The re-straddle is on.
In Omaha.
50, 100, 200, 400. It's just the blinds.
Give him an
Tommy, 73,000. Do we have any advance on 73,000?
I said that vanilla ice cream. Too warm over here, all these lights. Vanilla ice cream.
I'll take like the grilled chicken breast and gluten-free pasta with a lot of vegetables. The chef knows. Brandon?
Well, we've got kings, no suit. We've got aces, 1 suit. double 7-5-4, double suited. Not a bad hand for Antonius under the gun.
I mean, not now. No. Just ask.
Well, it's been raised and re-raised, it looks like. Bichon with king's no suit raised it to 1200. Me, I'm not a fan of that under the gun. Aces behind, re-raised. Folding round. Surprised that Antonius didn't want to have a little gamble there. If he thinks these two players have got big cards, he might want to stick it in there against the player re-raising pot, thinking he knows he's got aces.
Dangerous.
Aggressive people.
No, usually not.
Finish? No.
Not too sure. We only streamed for a few hours last night. Patrick got knocked out, obviously. We went offline at 9 p.m. So I'm not sure what the results of that tournament are or how he did. But I hope he won it. Why not?
Unplanned. Things like that.
Fortune favours the brave and all that.
Well, the Finnish people I know, like especially poker players for the last, I don't know, 15 years, it's all quite nice, calm, not so.
That's a logo.
No, not so. It's, you have to, can you please say this in English, my friend? Not to you, I talk to this beautiful.
I don't know what the proper translation of Hitskop is.
Hitskop, what does it mean? Hitskop means if you like tilting head. Tilting head. Hitskop means German like heat head.
Well, we're three-way to the flop. Looks like the nut flush draw for Antonius, or the nut flush for Antonius. Bichon with the 9-high flush.
That's what you
And
say,
top
like
two
even
pair
like
for Leon.
Even when only when he was drinking, he wasn't allowed.
It's kind of 6. But since it's been checked around, Bichon might think his 9-high flush is good here. Patrick leading out now. I like this. Try and represent and get some action from smaller flushes or players now with 2 pair or sets. Yeah, he's not going to lose his customer. And I think if he sticks the same betting on the river, he's going to get paid. But since it's a cash game, he might go for more value. Let's see what the river brings. It's paired to 7. I think Patrick might just check fold. Or maybe lead weak and fold. Oh, sorry, Bichon doesn't have a house. I thought he had 7 queen. I apologise. Oh, he's let out big. Now that says 600 on the screen, but I think it's actually 6,000 is the bet. There's a 0 missing off of that. Bichon he's got a 7 in his hand, so he's blocking a lot of full houses in certain ways, but it is PLO, anything's possible. You've just got a 9-high flush. Antonius checked the flop, led the turn, and now he's bet the river, and he's bet pot. He's basically... You're trying to bluff catch here if you're Bichon. You know, if the board didn't pair, I can understand he might want to call this. You might think Antonius is at it or something. I think it's a card he's going to get away from it. Yeah. Now, if Patrick decided to bet something like 2,000 or 3,000, I think he gets called. But there are situations in cash games where you go for max value, because if you bet the same every time in every scenario, and let's say you do this 4 times and you get called once out of the 4 times, you're making 6,000 here. And if you bet 3,000 and you get called twice out of the 4 times, you're making the same. You're making the same, exactly the same profit.
There was a flash of play. I need to hit like all that.
I think it's Leon that made the full house. He's upset with himself.
7.
Well, Bichon under the gun. 6-5-5-4. Not a bad little hand. And he straddled it to 200. Best in folding. Langman folding. Action on Jan Peter, our WSOP Omaha champion. 9 double 8, 6 double suited from Antonius. Looks like he's raising it up from the small blind. He knows the value of these kind of hands. Well, Leon snapped him with ace queen 6-5. Now we are 4 away. I'll just get to your question after this hand, young man, about the WSOP branding.
Boom.
Boom, 10-9-9, Yachman. Absolute Christmas for him, and we can see Antonius has got a 9, and he's raised pre-flop, so he might lead out here. And he does, and quite rightly you would. His hand is very undisguised. Yachman might hope he's got 9-10 Jack Queen, something like that. Bet 2,000.
Queen 7.
Yachman just flat here, just flat. Leon's still thinking about the last hand. Well, he's going for all the chips. Raised it up. That looks like about 8.5k from here. It's 5-5. It's 3.5 more to call. Problem, unfortunately for Patrick, is he's only got undercards. If his opponent does have 9-10, he's drawing dead. So I'm pretty sure he's just going to give this up. Well, what do I know, eh? Me, I'll be throwing that in the bin. Because the problem you face now is if you check on the turn and your opponent fires pot into you, what do? We know he's got one out, and it's a 9. So Patrick's options here are to check, or just to bet it and represent and pray that Yachman had none of it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to go check, bet, fold. Which is why I'm surprised Patrick decided to call there. But I'm sure he's got a reason for it. These guys have played together plenty. Maybe there's some history between them. And this is why I'd like to have just flat called behind if I was Yachman, because when a brick comes on the turn like a 3, Patrick would have fired out pot. And then you can get all his chips in the middle. You know, when a player's... he's raised you on the flop, he's putting it all in on the turn. Unlikely he's just doing it with the Queen Jack of clubs. Yeah, the game. Well, he has called. He's going to see the bad news. I'm in shock myself, but there you go. Or maybe they've never played together. Who knows? It's bad news for Patrick. OneOut.com. And that is not it. And the pot's 40,000. We're getting bigger and bigger. So if you've guessed 39,000 or below, you are out of our competition today. Yachman will now be sitting on a pretty stack. And I can assure you, those chips will not be gathering dust. They'll be in and out the pot every hand. Okay, somebody asking about the WSOP and what the branding's about. We have in the background, we have 12 ring events, World Series ring events. They do ring events all over America. So the World Series do a little tour and the winners receive WSOP rings. Started off with the warm-up, was a €400 buy-in. The second event was a €550 World Series of Poker circuit event. They had a €200,000 guarantee on it. And there was a pot limit Omaha, €550 ring event. Then there is a deep stack event coming up tomorrow. It's €650. That's a ring event. Followed by a turbo no limit hold'em event for €200. Then there's a 6-max event for €600. The PLO high roller €3,000. The super high roller for €25,000. We have our main event, €1,650 with a €1 million guarantee. That starts on Friday the 6th of November. There's a bounty hunter towards the end of the week, next Sunday, for 500 euros. 200 of it's a bounty. And then there's the Ladies' Championship, 250 euro buy-in. So we've been running those. We'll be finishing up next Monday, the final table of the 1 million guarantee. Oh, look at this, Dimitri. Dimitri flopping the nut, well, second nuts. And he's bet it. Bessim also with a 5. Bessim's not going anywhere. Bessim needs an ace. That's his only out. If he catches a 9, he won't like life. Pretty sure everyone else is out the way. We're going to be heads up. Now, 9 would create some action. So I'm funking for the 9. Oh, it's a king. That just makes Dimitri's hand even better. I'd like to see him lead out for like 1200 again. As if to say, I want to see a cheap river. I don't think you had a full house. But if you check, you're allowing your player to check behind and catch a card. You're not really going to get him to bet unless he's hit it. You've got 2 kings in your hand, so the chances that he's hit it are even less. But it's worked for him in this situation. And look at his eyes. They've just lit up like an absolute Christmas tree. It's payday. But if you raise here, you lose your customer. I think I'd take my time and tank call as if, what have you got? The odds of Bessim having a 5 and a king here are very, very rare because you're holding the pocket kings. Yeah, and he's gone for the flat call. I like this play. Well done, Dimitri. And on the river, you can see that you're both now fairly shortish stacked with 5-6k. I would put him in for half his stack. And he's hit the 3s. He's going to get paid. Well, I don't know if I check, because you can check behind there. I mean, Bessim probably not going to bet here, and I don't blame him. There's no real value for me to bet, but... Well, he's moved in and he's been called. Now, I don't like this bet from Bessim. Bessim hot. He's only ever going to get called by a better hand. The only hand that he's hoping is going to call him there is 5-ace. And you'll see the bad news. And Dimitri somehow has got maximum value from checking that river. Different styles of play for different players, I guess. I would have led out weak to make sure I get some money. Because if I'm sitting with 5-3 behind, after I've called the flop, bet the turn and been called, I'm checking this river.
That's the way to play it.
Yeah, plenty of events here in the King's Casino Rozvadov. Every month there's big guarantees. Every month there's big events.
Surprises.
Check out the Facebook page, Poker Room Kings. There's about 2 million euros worth of guarantees this week. All we've got to do is find ourselves a ring. Ding-a-ling. New dealer. Bod not bot, no problem at all. Thanks very much. We're going to be here for the next 3 days with the Cash Kings. So tune in tomorrow night, same time. Tuesday afternoon we'll start 2:30. And then we'll be bringing you some of the action from the final tables of some of these ring events.
First of all, I have a card on the floor.
So it's Miss Dealer what?
No problem. I just opened the card.
Well, you open my king. So what are you talking about?
Hold on, someone take notes.
So can I play with that king?
No, sorry.
I bet you get another one.
Is that yours? Yes.
I bet you have.
Okay.
Yes.
I had the king down. Thank you.
Now everybody knows. So, top set not possible anymore. Everybody knows.
Sorry. Forgot there's cards out.
Patrick with the flush draw.
Flips out. See?
Not sure what Vilmunen is doing in this pot. He's gone check, check. Spade on the river. Vilmunen checking. Patrick might just check behind, or he might bet 1,000. Bet 500, he just wants to get a few chips in front of him. We can see, and pretty sure he's not getting called. Love to see Vilmunen pull the check raise out of the bag. He's called him on the flop. He's checked the turn. So Vilmunen could possibly have the flush draw here if we were sitting in Patrick Antonius' seat, thinking what he's got. If he can pull a check raise out of the bag, I'd love to see how Patrick reacts. There you can see hospitality at its finest. Smoked salmon and caviar.
I think Leon would have lost. Yeah, I think he has a flush and a straight. Everything. No, the flush came.
There we go, new deck. It's going to take a shuffle them up nicely.
Sorry. Who won that spot?
Very small pot, but flush may be there. Flush or straight.
I would flop seven queens. Maybe I would lose.
Leaving so fast.
Maybe we would lose. Maybe you just win some small
Yeah,
stuff.
because they
Flop.
would never get that.
No big deal.
Big deal. I lost a set of kings. Big deal, of course.
Not a big setup.
Big setup for you, not. When I have a set of kings for you, obviously it's not a big deal.
You know what I mean? There was no other good hands.
I would like the same things as this one.
He comes back.
Sure,
it's you will take some, right?
You can see they've even got waitresses opening bottles of water for them. These boys are spoiled rotten. Well, the green chips 25, white chips are 100, purple chips 500, yellow chips are 1,000. We have some dark green chips that are worth 5,000. They'll be in play later on. And look at this top set for Patrick with a gut shot. Just a gut shot for Langman. Not much else out there for anyone else. And Langman with a gut shot and an overpair. Looks like he's bet pot for 150. Absolute Christmas for Patrick. Patrick's going to raise him, I'm sure. Patrick's just reloaded. Right. No, I apologise. He didn't reload. There, Leon's chip sitting next to him.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Torah.
I think they've agreed to run it just once, I think. Patrick's also only looking to run it once. A gut shot 9 or a 10. 10's actually no good for Langman because it gives Antonius
No good, huh?
top straight.
No good, but mine.
Runner clubs. That's his option. Look at this. He's hit the gut shot. Patrick needs it to pair the board. So 3 out of there. And it hasn't. Patrick Antonius. Look at that, takes it with a smile. It's just another hand of poker. He understands the variance in this game.
Der Langmann kriegt's immer gut rein. Immer. Kriegt's immer gut rein.
Langman joking, seat open. And he's talking about himself, not Patrick leaving. He's talking about he's doing a hit and run. We know that's not happening. Shit! Mr. Clawman.
9,250.
I actually had less than Patrick. I think she announced 9,500 or something. So we're 17 hands in. Our biggest pot's been just over 40,000. For the people watching at home, you can send me a tweet, I think they call it, our Facebook message, or put it in the chat box. What do you think the biggest pot of the day is going to be? My guess was 65,000. Anything can happen in this game. And there we can see profit and loss on the screen. Jan Peter Jachman, our big winner at the moment.
Patrick.
Here comes the rub down.
I can play two hands. 8-card poker.
Leon loves to rub these guys down when he wins money off them, just for jokes. He knows it's jokes. He's won big pots, he's lost big pots. He doesn't care.
Well, I can win. It's 8 cards.
It's 3.
Okay, it's been raised to 300, and Dimitri looks down at Ace King 5-3 double suited. He'll be peeling. Yeah. Vessin. He's going to peel. We don't know what he's got. 3-way to the flop. 10-8-7 with spades. The nut straight for Bessim. He's going to bet pot.
Langman is leaning back, so
900 is the answer.
that's my snack enough.
Yachman's just got the overpair. He's going to fold, surely. Yep. Dimitri's going to fold.
Is this me?
And that just leaves it for you guys to let us know what you think the biggest pot will be today. We're giving money away, tournament entries, signed photos of Patrick, so any female viewers out there want to see Patrick Antonius on your wall with a signed photo from him, all you've got to do is let us know and win.
Good speed.
Yeah, I'm always.
With
One raise 300. 2 4. 300. 3. 13. 4 raise 13. 15. 5.
We round up to the 100. 1400.
Yachman, King double Queen 10 with hearts.
What's it in French?
Big cats on.
And Bichon Ace King 10-8. We're going to see a
You
pot
asked
here.
what's in French, so I said
1400.
1500. Oh, monsieur.
Oh là, monsieur. Monsieur. Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Je paye
Monsieur,
1400.
non, monsieur, c'est pas possible. Non, non.
c'est pas c'est
Pas possible.
3-way to the flop.
pas le faire.
I think, we
Just
round
prepare
up.
14. Just
Okay, I give you 50 bucks.
make easier for everybody.
We round up. That's what I think. I don't know. It's just, we agree to that.
There's 43.50 in the pot.
Okay, pot's correct now. 4,200.
So 10.99.
3-bet from Bisham.
Yes.
Look at that, first card out's a lady, and he's flopped quads. Look at this. Leon with a flush draw. Yachman's running good today. I fancy he could win 100 grand in this game, no problem at all. He's got the gamble, he's got the skill, and today he's got the form. And look at this, Bichon is the 3-better pre-flop, and let's just for a moment keep our eye on Yachman and his heartbeat and how he reacts to somebody leading out into him when he's flopped quads. Action's now on Leon with a flush draw.
Queen 5.
People that chase flushes go home on buses.
King, king.
We're going to keep watching Yachman and his body language because I think we want to see a jack here. A jack's going to give Bichon a few outs in his mind. So 6 of clubs, there's no help for Bichon. And now he's c-bet this board and he's been called by Yachman, who originally raised. What's he going to do? He's going to check. Love to see a little check. Oh, look at this. The flush has come. He's absolutely praying his opponent's got a flush. Yachman under the gun. He might as well bet because the flush is just going to check behind. And at least this way, if he's hit the nut flush, he might give him a little call for a couple of thousand. I think I might bet a little bit less to reduce a raise, but it's not to be. He's not even going to brag about it. Quietly going to say, well, I don't need to let him know I had quads. He knows he's in form. We can see he's in form. Tommy, is that Patrick wall next to your live wall?
Normal password, no?
Leon, he's trying hard to get involved into the thick of it. Jackson 8s, 1 suit. As predicted, the 50, 100, 200, 400 straddle is on.
No problem.
Any problem come?
For you or for me?
There's Leon. Pair of 4s and king queen. Not a hand I'd recommend to you guys to start playing. And this is why you're not going to hit that flop that often. And if you are, it's not going to do you much good. But what he can do is represent.
No problem.
For you.
But he's decided not to. There he goes, asking to play. This is what he did in the big game. Last time we played, we had a 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000. We had a 16,000 euro straddle last time at Celebrity Cash Kings. And some players were just sitting with 100,000.
Is this the chip
6
or
big
is every
blinds.
card like this? I see smoke.
Now Leon's found a hand. Aces with royalty, 1 suit. Sorry, no suit. So they're dry aces, they're called in the trade.
Eine Karte hat ein Fleck in der Mitte.
Catch this and that, you know.
Ist vielleicht der Chip.
I don't know, there are some people they don't play if they cannot smoke, like
That's nothing.
Bessings wants to call.
keep like this.
4 working-ish cards. Langman found the other aces. He's got the low end. Ace, ace, deuce, 3. Beautiful high-low hand. 1 suit. Leon. It's up to Leon, and it looks like he's pumped it up. Looks like it's 3.5k. Kind of giving his hand away in this situation a little bit. So Leon's hands become face up. We can see they both got the same hands. It's all in and a call. They're on their backs. They're running it once. Ace, ace, deuce, 3 against ace, ace, queen, 10. Langman's got diamonds and the low wheel. Leon's got the top end of it. Someone's going to get hurt. I can feel it in my bones.
Aber du hast höhere Karten, das ist besser.
And a 4's a great card. 4-5 is flopped the complete wrap. It's a queen for Leon. He needs a 10 to win the pot. Langman needs a 6, a 3, a deuce. Because we can see all the aces are gone. 9 of spades. No one's got spades.
Oh, he has some else.
Langman, a big favourite here. And it's a jack. It's a chop chop. Everybody loves the chop pop except the dealer. All that excitement for nothing. 36,700 euros in the middle there. And they're going to make about 300 quid each. That's right, Tommy. I think Leon might be a Scouser. Secretly, deep down, he loves to gamble. He loves to play. Nice little hand there for Dimitri. Jack, 10-8 on suit. Yachman with 2 pairs, queens and sixes. He's got the button. You might think queens have been good to me today. He decided just to call. Bit of pot control. And it's 400 on Vilmunen. Looks like he called. And look at that. Yachman is in love with the queens, and he's going to get paid here by trap 5 because it's come queen 5-5 with 2. Sorry, I thought it was 2 spades. But Vilmunen's got the 5. He doesn't have a 7. He's definitely going to bet now. He thinks he's in front, and if not, he's got to find out. Well, Yachman here, he's got position. He's going to flat call. I like this. Wouldn't be surprised if I saw a queen on the river. It's a 9. He's getting paid to the maximum. I can imagine he's going to lead out here, Vilmunen. And he's going to probably lead out for 4,500. He can't imagine his opponent's got 5 queen or queen, so he thinks he's got the second or third nuts. Raised 2,600, just over half the pot. Yachman obviously with the raise there. Look at that solid discipline fold. He knows he's not getting raised here unless he's beat. He sniffed that out in a heartbeat and snap folded. But Yachman, I think he got max value there. And there we go. We've just seen a reload.
Ein Künstler mit den Karten.
I think the reload was for Thomas there.
This game is dangerous when there is a pair on the board, it looks like.
Queen 5 special.
Many nuts.
Queen 5.
Nuts. Gonna be only one, it's okay.
After the stream tomorrow, there will be everybody wakes up.
You will find
What
out.
happened
You will
there?
find out your bluff.
What happened there?
We are not the nuts again.
You know I never bluff.
Yeah, that was
I have no
Thomas.
opinion.
He reloaded another 10,000. He's in for 30,000.
I have bluff once.
Yanni,
How can I bluff and
he reloaded 15,000. He's in for 25,000.
My ace was better than yours.
Yachman, the guy led out to him 2,600 on the river and folded when he was re-raised.
Flop yet? 3 flop? Same. You could make flash.
That's why I was asking. Is it possible to win in poker if you, let's say you never bluff any games? Can you win? Can you beat the game?
Don't think so.
If you just play only one.
Tommy, I didn't know if you're talking to me. You saw a picture of me with this guy?
Then when you're gonna bet, you're not
I
gonna get a score.
don't think you can win at all. If you just never bluff, it's impossible.
The river was a 9 to give the other player 5-9.
You can bet like,
No, I mean,
you can value bet like
if you have
top
really,
2 or whatever.
okay, you can play tight and you can wait, but if you don't bluff once in a while, even for a long time, because then you use your image.
Royston Drent, I'm not sure who that is, but I did come up to Leo's casino once. I went to watch the Liverpool game. Very kindly, they took me to their box. And here we got aces are out again. Dry aces against one-suited aces. Langman, it's a 3-bet from Dimitri. Played fairly solid. Vilmunen not with a bad hand. 8, 9, 10 queen with one suit. Bichon queen double jack. And Yachman with a very playable hand here. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw him gamble. With this size action, he might know that his hand's quite live, and these other players have got big cards. If not, both got aces. And this looks like a 4-bet. All in 22,000. Yachman's decided to let it go. 8-6-6-5. Well, I think Vilmunen's called. He's 4,200 all in. He's not going to fold for the 4,200 into this pot.
Ja, wenn Jan einmal schätzt, das stimmt glaube ich nicht.
Könnte fahren. Ein Pot kurz.
Pot, pot, pot. Everybody's in. Okay, I think the 8-6-6-5 is going to win it. He folded.
Ja, natürlich. Mit einem
He told me he has to think about it.
Ich mach zweimal, wenn das erlaubt ist, ja.
Okay. After this hand, Tom, I'll ask you where you saw that photo. I'm not sure who he is. Where the photo was taken from. Could be from the Leo Casino site. Anyway, let's see this flop. I'm funking for the short stack here, and the 7's a good card for him. But not much out there. But look at the 8-6-6-5. What that would have flopped. 7s and 4s for Langman. His aces have gone miles in front. He's got to dodge a 5. It's a 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Top end wrap for Vilmunen.
Ja, natürlich hast du jetzt.
There's a big side pot, of which Langman's favourite. There's a lot of split options for straights. A deuce would be a split, a 6 would be a split. A 5 would give Dimitri the pot.
Speak English for everyone. He wants to do the river twice. Do you want to do the river twice? Okay, twice for everyone.
Okay, they've agreed to run the river twice for the whole pot. Sometimes they just let the main pot run once. It's a 3. First pot goes to Dimitri. And the second river for the second pot. Come on, the 8s. It's a 5. That gives a split pot for the main, and it gives the main. Sorry, for the side pot. And Vilmunen, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 will take the main pot.
So, count Yanni's money.
Sorry, 7s and 5s. Dimitri. Langman was miles in front with 7s and 4s. And Dimitri's caught the 5 to have 7s and 5s.
So, I lose the main and
I was getting confused there myself, sorry. Right, so firstly, they do the main pot. Then they do the side pot. 7, 6, 5, 4. The nut straight for the short stack, Vilmunen.
mit denen twice habe ich alles richtig gemacht.
Well, 7s and 4s won it when they ran it the first time. 7s and 5s won it the second time. But there was the main pot, which of course was quite chunky as it was. And as we can see, that pot was 50,000. It's getting bigger and bigger. And we're only an hour in. I'll tell you one thing, Yanni Vilmunen will be glad he ran that twice. I'll tell you another thing. Florian Langman will be absolutely gutted that 5k now. Otherwise he was getting a scoop in the side pot, and that was the big pot. Here's Leon rushing back to his seat, doesn't want to miss a trick.
Aces never win, yeah. You lost aces again?
Split the side pot. I blocked two pair and we somehow split even though we weren't dealing twice.
You lose aces before.
What?
You split with it.
You split with me, yeah. Yeah, what?
When you were a dog, you was big favorite. 4, 5 is an escape. L'escalier.
Yes, Royston, I think I remember now, is at Dusk Till Dawn. Did he used to play for a Spanish team as well?
I didn't race, I just called.
That's who I think it is.
You said 6.
Oh, okay.
My name is 6.
Oh, your name is 6. Well, you're welcome. I'm 3.
3 players.
Jan Peter Jachman. He would have scooped if he was involved, because they had to run it once. So that's all history now. And Dimitri, he's got the nuts. Not too much out there to compete with him. Paired the 10, that could slow some of the action down. It's only a small pot. Wouldn't be surprised if this went check all the way around. Well, Bessim's moved all in. Oh no, sorry. Dimitri's bet his straight. It's on Bessim to call, and it's all in to call. It's folding. Leon's folding. And there you can see the players being asked for their autographs. That's in order to get more chips.
Wenn man einen Flop zweimal gemacht hätte, hätte ich wahrscheinlich noch die Hälfte zurück.
Was meinst du? Flop 2 Mal.
Wenn man einen Flop zweimal gegeben hätte, dann macht er wahrscheinlich keine Schwarz.
Also alles 2 Mal. Flop 2 Mal.
Game is on. Come on. Where's public? Watching the stream or? I don't understand. 12?
Yeah, Patrick's just having something to eat on the sidelines. He'll be back shortly. Straddle was on. 3-way action. Not a bad flop for the Razor. Got the wrap at the bottom end with top pair against top pair with against the nut flush draw and a pair. So Dimitri, I'm pretty sure. Well, he's checked behind. Well, he's turned it. He's got 2 pair with it. He needs to start betting to get some action. I wouldn't be surprised to see. Well, Langman wants to bet his nut flush draw. It's interesting. He wants to bet his nut flush draw on the turn, not on the flop. Maybe he thinks if somebody had a rat there, they'd have bet it. So he's trying to represent. Leon will fold. We can see Dimitri's going to. He's going to think for a minute. Pretty sure he's just going to stick the whole stack in. Langland's only got 11,000 behind. Yeah, he's bet pot. So it's 10,500 plus the 7-3. It's about 19 total. And he's going to fold.
You too. You too.
Welcome to our new viewers. I'm Paul Zimbler, bringing you all the action for the next 3 days for the Cash Kings poker game. Today we are playing 50-100 PLO. Tomorrow we got 100-200 no limit hold'em And Tuesday's game will be in the afternoon, and I'm pretty sure that's maybe a 200-400 game. Yet to be decided if it's Hold'em or a round of each. There on the screen you can see pictures of our beautiful casino here in Rozvadov. We got the WSOP team in town.
1 second.
We got 13 events with 12 rings, 12 WSOP rings that they're giving away, with over 2 million in guarantees. But right now we're fixed on the action. Giving some prizes away today. We're giving some tournament entries, signed photos. All you got to do is let us know what you think the biggest pot will be today. So far we're at 50,000.
Okay.
Those of you that don't know any of the players, in seat 1, Jan-Peter Jachman. Certainly not afraid to put his chips in the middle. He's a 10,000 PLO champion at the World Series. Seat 2, when he comes back from his dinner, is Patrick Antonius. Seat 3, Leon Tsakurnik, the owner of the casino. Seat 4, Thomas Bichon. Seat 5, Yanni Vilmunen. Seat 6, Dimitri Holju. Seat 7, no stranger here either, Besim Hot. And in seat 8, we have Florian Langman.
I didn't know.
Minimum sit-downs 10,000.
Just go easy.
And you can see Patrick Antonius in the background. He'll be asked to have his phone taken away from him. Jachman thinks no one's got any of that. I'll take it. If no one wants it, I'll take it. You're quite right. Now look at this. Leon is not standing for any of it. He's calling him here with ace-queen, basically.
You win.
And he's going to like that. Music to his ears.
Cannot beat it.
What that does for Jachman is it helps him when he bets later on. The people know that he's capable of making a bet on the river with air.
Okay, I need to start.
So now you're feeling more hungry anymore,
full.
and you're good shape now. Okay,
Food usually helps.
move the chips back.
Thomas Bichon called the 100. Dimitri's folding. And Besim. Well, he's only got 850. Not really mad about this call for 100. Anyway, we're 6 way to a flop. I smell trouble. 4, 4, 10. Only one player I can see with a 4. It's Florian Langman. Not only the 4, he's got 4-10. Everyone's checked to him. He's on the button, he bets. Could look like a steal. Trying to find someone with a hand behind. And I lie, I see Jachman with a 4. Just one overcard to the 10. So he's not going to get carried away. But the queens have been good to him tonight. It's not to be. Pretty sure he'll check this. Interesting to see what Florian's going to do. 1,400 in the middle. He should bet. And he's going to bet 1,200. And now Jachman's got no overcards. So if he does hit the queen, he's basically got to go to check call mode. And check call is going to probably cost him another 3k. So I wouldn't be surprised if he folded. Maybe he thinks the queens have been good to him tonight. Yeah, it's a solid fold. Johnny Two Pipes. He never texts you back. Not sure who you're talking to.
You're a boxer, right? Half time. Quarter time. You seen the match announcement between what's that? Second goal guy from French dude. Does the small guy have a chance against the big guy?
There you can see event number 9, the €3,000 buy-in PLO high roller. Look at that. And Bessim hot. He's got the nut flush. He's managed to double up.
This one or the box? But they're gonna do MMA. So it's imagine the heavy guy has a huge advantage against the small guy. Just the weight he can put into.
Yeah. Do I have one here? So,
Again, there they are, the bad boys bullets. One suit for Bichon. Antonius was the razor. He's flatted behind in the small blind. I'm a fan of that. Well, look at this. He's flopped the nuts. And Antonius has flopped the straight. I'd like to see him check. Well, he's bet. Don't know what he thinks he's going to get action from. He's got 3 hearts in his hand. We've seen Antonius do some funny things so far. Can't imagine. Yeah, just give it up. Action on Langman, who's not at the table. Straddles in play. Yachman calls, Bichon calls. Vilmunen calls. Bessim. Sorry, I lie. Vilmunen raised to 1,000. Bessim's called the 1,000, which is he's only sitting on 2,200 now. I think I'd have preferred to stick the 2,200 in and go heads up rather than call the 1,000, potentially have a 4-way coup. Anyway, it's Queen 9, 8, 6 double suited against the Ace 7, 6, 5, 1 suit. 7-5's gone out in front. But Vilmunen's got the middle top end wrap. He's all in as a 54% favourite. I'd like it to pair the 7 or the 5 to have him drawing dead. Well, a queen's now live for Vilmunen. It's not to be. Ace is up for Bessim, and he's turned his 800 quid into 5,800. Sorry, 5,700. Not a bad spin up, but that's pot limit Omaha for you. Man went down to about 800 euros. He's got 5,700 now. It's over half his starting stack. Well, all the players are back. People have eaten. Ready for action. Okay, so the button. And while we've got a player missing from the table, actually, what they do here, people might think is a bit strange. Everybody gets dealt in. So if you're not at the table, you do get dealt in, hence why we don't see the straddle starting from Jan-Peter Jachmann. Because Florian's dealt in there, even though he's not at the table. And he's got a beautiful hand. It's a very strange scenario, but once it's his big blind, if he's not at the table, he will not get dealt in. Well, Patrick, King 10-10-8, double suited. Of course, Leon's calling. Back round to Bessim in the big blind. He's also going to call. Four ways, 1,600 in the middle. 8-8-4. Dimitri got the best of this. But Antonius is the razor pre-flop. And he had King double 10-8. So he's found an 8. And I'm surprised he's checked that. Being the pre-flop razor, he might have tried to represent something that he doesn't have and get action from some other players. But Vilmunen on the button has got a wrap. 5-6-7. Any of those cards make him a straight. We can see it's going to be no good. Action on Antonius, who's just called. And there was another player there with an 8. Dimitri. And he just folded. 2 of clubs on the turn. Gives Vilmunen the flush draw as well, but it's no good because Antonius got a bigger flush draw. He's checked to let him hang himself. $3,800 in the middle. He's only got 2,200. It's all in or fold. Sorry, all in or check. Can't fold if it's been checked to him. Leon giving him a wind up. It's taking so long. And he's moved it in. He's going to get snap called. Well, he hasn't moved it all in. Well, Patrick set him in. And there we go. He's going to see the bad news. The bad news is, well, the good news, should I say, is he's still live. If he hits a 5, a 6, or a 7, he can win the pot. It's not to be. It's a 10, and Patrick with 10s over 8s. He's going to be happy. He's finished his dinner and back at the table as he scoops 7,400 euros. There you can see this is hand number 32. So far the biggest pot, 50,000 euros. Yeah, 7.5. Be a dent on the dinner bill, you're not wrong. I think he gets his... The winners get dinners for free. I thought PA stand for Patrick Antonius, but no, I've just my man's just read it back to me. PA's dinner. No, PA stands for Patrick Antonius. Just didn't want to write it all in. Now we're back in the action. Antonius against Langman. Langman, not a bad hand there. And he's flopped the best of it. And Antonius isn't one to give up too much, but he has here. Now the flush has come, we'll keep the action down a bit. Langman's got a straight draw. 3 clubs already on the board. Well, he's going to lead out 2,000. Just represent the flush. Put the pressure on Patrick, who's only got 1 pair. See if Patrick can suss out. He didn't check with a flush draw on the flop. Does he need to get involved? No. There's another hand coming up.
Ja, aber er hat die weggelegt.
No, okay.
The straddle, as we predicted, 200, 400 from Leon. Raised by Bichon ace, double king 9 with the ace suited. Leon is definitely defending his soldiers, even with 8-5-3-3. And look at this, he's only gone on flop bottom set. I'd love to see him check raise this, because the kings are going to like this board. He's got the bear king of clubs, but Leon doesn't check that often, unless he doesn't have it. He's 29.50 in the middle. Problem is, when you play with a player like Leon, you're always going to call against him. You never believe the action players, and Leon is definitely an action player. The dilemma is here. Once you call, the pot, of course, becomes bigger. And what card do you hope to hit on the turn? Of course, you want to hit the king of diamonds. That's the dream card. What do you do if it comes a brick? Are you going to carry on defending with 1 pair? No. And Leon's shown him 2 cards, but he could have shown him 5-3.
Easy call? It's not easy call. I wouldn't call.
Rob Samuelson, Jan Peter Jachman in trap 1 is in the lead. Won a nice pot, couple of pots early on. Big bit of action so far. We started today a couple of hours ago. Had another hour, we'll be on a short break. We're here for 6 hours total this evening. tomorrow evening, 7:30, we'll be back with No Limit Hold'em. And then Tuesday afternoon, we'll be starting at 2:30 in the afternoon. So you'll have to get out of bed early. Well, I like trap 5's hand myself here. 6, 7, 7, 8. Kind of in Omaha, you want to have 4 working cards. The Jack 10 3 deuce is just going to get you into too much trouble. And look at this, he's got the up and down straight flush draw. Top pair in the up and down with the flush draw. Not too much else out there to compete with.
But do they have a multi in a game?
I can't imagine he's going to check. He should be betting here. Stacks 14,000. Bet 2k. Bessim's going to fold this. Antonius is going to fold. Even though he's got top pair and backdoor clubs.
That was the biggest.
Question is, what's Leon going to do?
It was less than last time. Eh?
Nobody can tell.
When we were there, it was
Because we were there.
Yep, well, he folded.
We come during the game.
Yeah, that's true. But if they went a couple of days without you, it's one, two.
I know,
Some
but
scandal.
last time.
And there it is, the one event we're going to be streaming to you on the 5th and 6th of November. Event number 13 here at the King's Casino, WSOP circuit event. €25,000 is the buy-in. It's the super high roller event. And we'll be streaming it to you.
Really nice. Really nice casinos, good service.
no.
I like it.
Leon.
We played in Vienna with you. Really fantastic.
But the casino is closed now. Upstairs,
It's closed.
they make some
Thanks, Rob.
upstairs.
It'll open up in general.
It's all over. It's
Got a big team here behind the scenes doing all the work.
just finished.
And of course, I top it all off.
Patrick had his first big win.
When on top of the team, we need the players. And it's good to have the action players here today. Don't forget, quite a few new faces join the stream, I can see. We've got some competition today. All you've got to do is let us know what you think the biggest pot of the day is going to be. Give you an indication. So far, we've had a €50,000 pot. We've had a €40,000 pot. The night is young, though.
I win there. I was happy. You know who I killed? What's his name? Ole. Samuel.
It takes me 1,000 times. You have a game. That's it. Maybe a better game with Leon. I didn't show up. I will come up tomorrow.
Where? In
This game you play, yeah. Because
if you want, I like to go to Vienna. We can organize. I really like it. I really like it.
Close now.
end of January.
And Patrick turned top set
I don't like to go to Vienna.
against the up and down of Yachman.
No. This casino is part of
I like the guy, huh?
management, really nice.
Location is really good.
But the people, they always invite you. They're really nice. They accept
So if I'm Antonius there, against an action aggressive player, I might check and let him hang himself and just go into check call mode. Because you're only hoping now that he's got ace king and he's going to call you with ace king.
What? End of January. I think my chair is lower than yours. How is this possible? It's possible. Oh yeah, now it's
Leon working out why one chair's higher than the other. He worked it out pretty quickly.
If somebody's like organizing something, guys call me. I fly in. I'm in 1 hour in Vienna.
They're just talking about having a private game in another casino. Leon said no problem, we'll go tonight. We'll phone him up, we'll get the jet ready. But he can't go tonight. We got the Cash Kings tomorrow.
And I really like Vienna.
Tuesday.
Hotel, the Sacher Hotel around the corner. Perfect.
Yeah, near Circle, yeah.
So I think they're going to go in January. Well, meanwhile, we're back at the action. Here at the King's Casino in Rozvadov. We got another festival coming up here at the end of the month. Then we're off to their King's Casino in Prague City Central in December. So there's lots of action happening. All kind of buy-in ranges. Anything from 100 to 25,000. So if you're wondering where you want to play poker for the next few months, check out the schedule. Poker Room Kings on Facebook. Or you can check out, there's if you're in German, we've got the German site. kingspokernews.com. Everything you need to know is on there. Oh, Patrick and Leon. I think Patrick should take a stab here. We know Leon's game. If Leon's got it, he bets it. Patrick knows that. It's been checked to him twice. There's no way he's given up that 2,300 euros in the middle, and he's done it. He's made a bet. 2,200. And there it is. Take the money, honey.
Flash. Flash.
That's always count.
5. Well, it's 100 to call. It's coming round to him. Five ways. King, Queen, 5. Complete wrap for Bill Newman at the bottom end. Or one pair. Against an up and down at the bottom. It's paired the 5. No one with a 5. First man to bet takes it. That's my prediction. And Patrick is going to be that man. Very experienced Omaha player. Certainly probably the best poker player at this table. Some may argue with me. But he's certainly got the most experience. And he does. He takes it down.
a king.
I had no king. That's the
Even one king or not?
flat draw.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. You guys got any questions in the commentary box? For the commentary box? From the chat box? Let us know. We're here to help and answer. Patrick Antonius. We've seen he doesn't limp in. He's raised it up. Leon's not a folder. And with a better hand. Not a bad hand behind. Thomas in seat 4. Not really sure I like the call from Yanni there in seat 5. King, Queen, 10 deuce, but there you go. 5 ways to the flop. Just over 2,000 in the middle. Queen, Queen, 5. Vilmunen with the worst of it is now with the best of it. Nut flush draw for Leon. He's going nowhere. Pretty sure Vilmunen should be betting this.
Queen 5-5, huh? 5-5 queen or what?
Fold it round to Leon.
1-5.
Vilmunen's bet this, as he should. In the old days, Leon would never have folded this. And look at that. He's certainly been getting some coaching from some of the top players in the world.
Queen 5 left to show tonight.
You have queen?
And he's got a bit more discipline there. I think he's learnt not to chase draws on paired boards.
I had an answer.
He learnt the hard way.
I think I'm that already.
Leon Zakonik. If you can
That
get...
already.
Tonight, probably yes.
Okay, let's
Leon, the owner of the casino here. We put the cash kings on every few months. Different lineup this time. It was good to see some fresh faces. If you're interested in playing here at the King's Casino, maybe not at 50, 100 or 100, 200 stakes, but maybe at the 1025 or 2550 level, send me a message, Facebook or Twitter, Paul Zimbler. Just want to get some smaller stake cash games arranged here. Now Dimitri on the button, Ace King 10-4. As we predicted, the straddle will start with Yachman, Antonius will double straddle and Leon will triple straddle, and it's happened. 800 is the straddle. And he's only flat called on the button with Ace King 10-4, double suited. He's got 58k. I think he's realised that if he bets pot here, he's going to get 2 or 3 callers and he can keep pot control here, which allows him to see a flop, potentially call a bet on the flop with some form of hand or draw and see a turn without having to put the other players all in and gamble. And it's 7-8-4, 2 hearts. Antonius with a nut flush draw on an overpair. Leon with a flush draw and a gut shot. And the top pair has moved all in after Antonius bet 3,000. And Dimitri's put it down, quite rightly so. Leon against Patrick. Leon 41% as we can see. He's got a pair with 3 live cards. He's got 2 of the blockers for the flush draw. We've seen a few of the other cards had hearts that have been folded. Well, the turns of 5 gives Leon the straight. It's only a flush now. It's not to be. It's the ace of spades on the river. And Leon doubles up. 20,950 euros. That'll pay the staff this week.
Nice straddle, nice straddle, 800 straddle. From the nuts. Cheval d'amour, hein. No French allowed.
What cheval?
No, love horse.
Horse of love.
Love horse.
Cheval d'amour.
Love horse.
And now we're going to see a 200 straddle from Patrick, 400 from Leon, I'm sure, when he realises it's up to him.
You didn't know?
And you just cheval on the field on roulette.
There it is. Surprised he hasn't asked the player next to him to make it 800.
Cheval is
Why is it called on the roulette horse? I know
because
carré,
it's like,
but
it's like on a horse. It's like between.
2 numbers is a horse.
Like a horse. One foot there, one foot there.
Okay.
Action on Thomas.
French are
There is a
strange
game in
anyway, that's why they call it.
Thomas, there's a game in Aviation. It's called not cheval, but something similar. Something weird.
You mean the haired beanie game? Haired beanie.
No.
Because it's not open anymore.
Oh yeah, I know it's close.
Well, it looks like everybody's folded.
Overwatch.
And Patrick raised it up. It's straddle versus double straddle.
No, card game.
Patrick with the ace deuce 4-5, flopping 2 pair, gut shot and backdoor spades.
No, I know these games. Like
Pretty sure he's just going to c-bet and take it down.
card and something.
And that's what's happened. Easy money.
I think they throw one away, that's it. Because I played it only there.
J Dude blah blah. This is a cash game. 50-100 euro pot limit Omaha. Minimum sit down 10,000 euros. Jan Peter Jachman sat with 20,000. Patrick Antonius sat with 30,000. Leon sat with 10,000. Thomas Bichon sat with 10,000. He's in for 30,000 now. Yanni sat with 10,000, but he's in for 40,000 now. And the other 3 players also sat with 10,000.
It's exactly like PLO, but the main difference is the dealer exposed the first card on the floor.
That was not this
All you
card.
have to do in the chat box is take a guess at what you think the biggest pot of the day will be.
Absolutely nothing.
We've got plenty of prizes to send.
Can I say ski spot in France? One of the nicest
Now these guys play together quite regularly.
to ski in France.
They know each other's games.
Very expensive.
I don't. Je ne parle pas en français.
And Jan Peter pumping it up from the small blind. 800.
Expensive.
I think he's only allowed to make it 7.
It's a cheval. At, yeah,
Ah, shit.
at
S-H-E.
Very sorry. Raise myself. You were absolutely right.
And there we go. We are 3. Oh, it looks like Leon folded.
Too bad that the place is closed.
It's Patrick and Jan Peter.
Also location, so
Never plays that much.
And it's a good flop for Jachman. Certainly to bet it. He's got the king of clubs in his hand. He's got top pair. He's representing the high cards.
You're more safe in Vienna when you play on Terpestrasse.
sorry.
You're more safe in Vienna when you play on Terpestrasse.
Kernstrasse is better.
Vienna.
Yeah.
It's better because it's supposed to be the same location.
Well, it's an interesting question.
Now with some money,
And I would say
more safe.
you've got to be pretty much near the top step to have your private jet. A lot of people lease these jets.
It's safer than the suburbs of Paris. So.
Leon, you want big
He picked me up in it. It was lovely.
Leon,
No, he didn't. I'm only kidding. I think he should, though. Next time I'll ask him if he'll come and pick me up in the jet. I think it costs more money to start the jet than my return flight would cost.
And that's true. What is it?
Some tricky people over there sometimes. Am I big blind?
Okay. Yeah, people were surprised Leon only 10k. He did ask if anyone was starting with more. No one had decided at the time. Normally he sits down with whoever the maximum sit down is. Maybe he just decided I'll have a spin with 10,000, see what happens. Be rest assured, if he loses 10,000, the game's going to open up. Well, Basim, he raised it to 300 here. King, Queen, double 10 with a King 10 of diamonds. 3, 4, 6, 7 for Patrick. It's a good hand.
I think even with John would have more action.
And the ace has come out. Langman in front, but a complete wrap for Bessim. Man went down to 700, built his stack back up to 8,000. 1,200 he's bet. Adds the pot. Pretty sure Bichon's going to fold. But first of all, it's on Patrick. Langman.
Have you ever done a live stream with
Langman with
mixed games?
top 2.
Triple
Let's do
draw,
it. Where you go, I don't care.
Omaha, hello.
Anything.
We did it.
I can
Last
do
time.
anything.
Top 2 versus a rat.
I never watched it.
I just want to ask you.
So just you were like,
That's what I'm asking.
how can we talk about this? He doesn't even know Manuel Neuer in football, so how can we talk this?
That's the next game I'm going
Boom, there it is.
Anything, doesn't matter what happens.
Bessim now.
Small blind and blind pot after the action.
With the nuts. Can only lose if it comes an ace or a jack.
Just to make it a little bit more funny. Blind pots next game.
Okay, there we can see the action starting. We'll put the table talk up a bit so you can hear it.
Last name?
Leon's saying he's going to bet pot blind next hand. Get this game livened up.
E.
E or I or
E.
E.
Solid fold.
N-E-U-E-R. Manuel.
Which team should he play?
No, he's asking if you know him.
I mean,
I probably know him, but not by name. If I see
so
him, I'll know
I
him.
wanted to test. I thought everybody knows him, not this German guy. He's a German national keeper. He is the best goalkeeper in the world. He was voted. It doesn't matter anyway. But I said everybody knows Manuel Neuer, but except this German guy, because he has no TV and he doesn't watch newspapers and whatever.
They're talking about Dimitri there in seat 6. I asked Dimitri if he wanted me to get some information about him to talk in the chat box. He said, no, thank you. I said, will you just enjoy playing high-stakes poker? He said, it's my passion.
I don't watch that much.
You are now half American.
Carlos, two other guys.
Hey, Thomas, you know Manuel Neuer?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, thank you. Florian, du kennst auch Manuel Neuer?
Can you change the cards after that?
Jetzt hast du ja schon verraten, wer der ist.
Sonst hat's Flo nicht gewusst.
Well, Leon has promised to bet pot blind.
He was
See
even
what happens.
voted in the number 3 in the World Football of the Year, Play of the Year. Like first was.
Ich verstehe ehrlich gesagt nicht, warum der Bayern spielt. Der soll bei einer Mannschaft wie Hamburg spielen, da würde er was zu tun bekommen.
Somebody's just announced pop.
So first is like Messi, second was Ronaldo, and third it was
Gute Torwart bei einer guten Mannschaft.
as a goalkeeper.
Die schlechten gute Mannschaft ist
Well, true to his word, after Patrick has raised,
It was planned.
now Patrick can make out this was planned because
Each other's cards. It's very
Did I
nice.
say that before?
Leon promised he'd bet pot blind.
Yes.
So what should I do now? I'm in the center.
And look at this, he's only woken up with aces double suited after promising to bet pot blind.
I announced it before.
Antonius was trying to stop that from happening.
Much to risk so that I can do this kind of
I like this card.
before, right?
Well, 10, 9, 8, 3 double suited. It's not a bad hand to go up against the aces.
It's all about it.
Wow, Antonius, I think Antonius
That's good.
Antonius re-raised.
Jack, deuce.
I know he called. So Leon's just bet pot blind. Not a bad first card for Patrick. And look at that, he's only flopped the nut straight with a straight flush draw.
Straight on the flush.
Oh my God.
Leon is in bad shape. Runner needed.
Wow. Give me a flash, double suited aces, Wow.
Backdoor hearts.
Pre-flop, you remember I said I'd go all in, remember there was.
You said.
Yeah, I said that.
I want to find the 7 of hearts on the turn.
Oh, 8.
Well, he's paired the 9. He can now win with an ace. It's not to be, it's a 7. Patrick Antonius is going to take 26,750 euros and put that back into his pot.
Your pot.
Full house, jacks.
Into his stack.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
have
and
some
Yachman. Yachman folded jacks. Would have been a big
You
pot.
want me to show them?
Because I promise you, Yachman and Leon would have gone to war. And we can see it now.
If you think so, I can
Floorman will be over in a moment
I just made
to take Leon's autograph. Put some
10,000.
10,000 called for.
I hit it. No, even he was favorite, but I hit it.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
Jacks hit something other.
yeah. I
I
didn't
said I like
I
that.
gave before I announced that that do 10,000.
Because you can have 2 times aces.
Strudel. Possible. Was ist los hier? Schlaf nicht ein.
Also,
Ah,
Yeah, too much green on the plate.
too much screen.
Yeah, just the king is really playing.
But
Mark,
Jan Peter Yachman just announcing pot.
you change all the green
now it should be.
and white. Take like 5,000. 5,000.
Look at this. Patrick Antonius repotting.
I need 10,000 to play.
Leon's not a happy man right now.
Yeah, he needs to change. Yeah, give it to me. Okay. I call. Okay.
Okay. I don't even know if he's looked at his hand. But Patrick was this. Well, if the 9 was the 9 of diamonds, one of the best starting hands. Queen Jack 10 9 double suited. It's one of the the better hands. 4 working cards up the top. Ace Jack 10 double suited is the best hand you can ask for pre-flop. And Leon, he's calling with Ace 8 Deuce Deuce.
2-5. This is 3,000. I need another stake.
Oh, maybe Antonius said call. I thought he said pot.
Hold on. This is your chip now. Okay?
Maybe the action on the screen's wrong. We'll find out in a second. They're just doing a chip change.
Just call your bluff.
I just called.
Leon will lose 100,000. He'll still be laughing.
I love you.
Now we play.
I just called to say how much.
This is karaoke poker. Here we go. So it was just a call. It's 4-way to the flop.
Is that your rest or is that the in there?
Could this be tilt from Leon?
Hey, is this money in or not?
The diamonds are there. And no one with a diamond drawn. Yachman the razor pre-flop. He needs a gut shot 8. Antonius with top pair and a gut shot. And Vilmunen, the top pair and a gut shot. Everybody's checked. It's bought a heart on the turn, which gives a flush draw to Vilmunen and a nut flush draw to Yachman. Pretty sure if it gets round to Yachman, he'll be betting this. It has been checked to him. He should be betting. He has an aggressive style of play. Can't see how much it is that he's bet, but it looks like everyone's folded.
Okay.
Yeah. Chirpy chips.
What can I show?
You can show the king of spades. And he did. Oh, he showed them all.
Come on, let's
Get this game livened up a bit.
straddle, re-straddle, re-straddle.
Here we go. Straddles. When the action players ask for straddles and you're winning, you've got to accommodate. If you're not winning so much, you don't need to straddle. But I'll tell you something, if we can get Florian Langman to straddle next hand, we could see a 4-8 1600 straddle. That's the next hand. We'll worry about that afterwards.
He's in. In der Pause möchte ich auch werden.
War nicht über dich, war nicht über dich.
Interesting comment there. I think I'm sure at the break he'll sign for it. He should have to sign for it. We know it's his casino, it's his cash. There is obviously security and cashier separate to the casino just for the high stakes game, so it is all jotted down. He could have just signed for 50,000 before we started and left it at the desk, and they bring his money as and when. Action on Patrick. Ace Queen Jack 9. One suit, going to raise it up. 800. I think he's going to have to make it 750.
No cards. No cards.
Well, he has made it 800. Dealer hasn't caught on. Maybe they've agreed to round it up. And look at this. Thomas Bichon on the button. Ace, ace, Jack 10. We were just talking about ace, ace, Jack 10 double suited being the best hand you can get. He's got double ace, Jack 10, one suit. And Vilmunen, he wants to call with Queens 9-7 double suited. Bessim's getting out the way. Antonius a call. And we're three ways to the flop. 8,700 in the middle. You can see probably going to be a low flop. Double 8, 6, not a bad flop for the aces. Not a bad flop for the queens with the up and down straight draw. We could see action between these two. Vilmunen first to act. He was the aggressor he wasn't the aggressor pre-flop. But with the stack of 15,000, he should just lead out for pot if he wants to play this hand. Shouldn't be check calling. It's either a check fold or lead out. He's led out. Patrick's given it up. I think Bichon's just going to stick him in. Would he lead out with an 8 here against the action that's happened pre-flop? Probably not. It looks like he's got some form of pair, maybe over pair and a straight draw. Bichon's only got 11,000. It looks pretty safe, this board. Pretty sure it's all going in. And the reason he's led out with Queen, Queen, 9-7 is to commit himself to the pot. Fairly standard play. Not sure what taken so long. Let's get the money in. Let's run it twice. Let's see what happens.
Ich will dich in den 500 € Ich habe hier 10-10 gespielt, das war schon.
Well, he's folded the aces, and this is why you lead out if you're Vilmunen. Stack size made that pretty straightforward to play.
3 times, 3 Mal für 8 Mal 10 Hast du das 500 in Berlin gespielt?
Hab ich mal glatt weg. Das 3000 habe ich über 7 Hände gespielt.
Someone asked me why did he fold. I've got no idea. I just don't really understand myself. But it's their money, it's their game. Well, Leon's not at the table. So So that might stop Patrick having to make it 400, but it doesn't. He encourages the action. He's just praying Leon will get back in time to make it 1600.
800. If he would hear it, he would come.
Yeah, Jan Peter knows that too. If he could just even see the cards being dealt, he'd ask for the 800 straddle. Unbelievable play here. Man's got aces. Repops it pre-flop. Finds a paired board with no suits. And wants to fold to a short stack leading out. Anyway, that's history now.
Raise the pot.
Yachman raising it up after Vilmoon limps. Antonius snaps. And Vilmoonen snaps. Yachman with the best of it right now. Not much in it though in Omaha. That's always the good news for the players with the weaker hands. And look at this flop, 8-8-6 again, Antonius. Absolutely golden in this spot. Check to him, he'll definitely bet this, and I think he might just bet like 3k. He's put a small bet in. It's been folded. He's bet 2.5. I like this bet. It's round to Yachman. Yachman's really got nothing. All he's got is a heart of a lion. He's got the courage. Is he going to pull the trigger? Well, the body language says no. So I think if he does it now, Patrick's paying attention here. Patrick will read you like a book. And once that body language, once he changed his mind, it was a bit too late. Well, it looks like we're getting a new dealer.
I missed him. Nee, den Fischen. Grapefruit is fish. We have fish and grapefruits.
Entschuldigung.
Servus.
Kann ich auch ein bisschen Grapefruit reinhaben, bitte?
Oh ja. Voller Mix. Ja.
Okay. So we need to wake up the right-hand side of the table a little bit. All the action coming from the left to the middle. On Bichon, ace, king, king, 8 with the suited ace. And I just went outside and I found the winner from our last competition at the Celebrity Cash Kings game. His name is Saul. He's come over from the UK. He won €200 worth of tournament credit by guessing 370,000 for the biggest pot. We're going to go to a short break shortly, so after the break we're going to get him in here in the commentary box, have a little chat with him. He's over the moon. He asked me what do I think he should play. I think I told him to come out and play the main event. He sold a few shares. He's put his €200 towards it, and he could be walking home with a cool $250,000. I think I should ask him for a cheeky share when he comes in the box. It's your chance at home to win some prizes, tournament credits, signed photos. All you got to do is guess how much will be the biggest pot of the day. Well, Bichon now, he's got top set with a nut flush draw. Couldn't have asked for a better turn card. Langman with the mini wrap. And Antonius just with the 9 high flush draw. Nothing really to write home about. Pretty sure this is going to get folded round. Langman's going to call. Well, Vilmunen's called here with... oh, sorry, he's got the nut flush drawing clubs. My fault. Action on Langman. He's going to call. He might even try and do some clever move, but I can't imagine he wants to make a move here. Wow, he's folded for 2,000 into 6,000, it must be. Queen on the river, no help. I'm not really sure how he bet 2,000 if there's 5,600 in the middle. Because 2,000 and a call is 4,000, which means the pot would have only been 1,600. Need to bring it to their attention. This is pot limit Omaha. And he takes it down.
Service?
Any straddle?
Spicy.
What was the river last time? Ah, Queen.
Bichon raising it up. Ace, Jack, 10-8, one suit. And Besim hot. He's calling with the low end, Ace 5-4-3 with hearts. And Bichon's just leading out here. It's interesting when you see players throw chips towards another player, that's usually a sign of weakness. Don't know if Bessim's a live player and picks up on that, whether he's just going to make a move now. Kind of looks like a big blindish hand, but he's not. And Thomas Bichon scoops another one. Well, Leon, he's disappeared for a while. Maybe some food's come or some business needs to be dealt with. We'll be taking a short break in about 20 minutes. We're going to get the exact chip counts. So far, the biggest pot's been 50,000. So these guys are just warming up. John Cabarge is in the building. We might see him at the table a bit later. If not, I'm sure he'll be here tomorrow. 7:30 p.m. 100, 200, no limit hold'em. Bessim, top and bottom pair. In this game, these are the hands that can get you into all sorts of trouble. But he's opted to raise. I prefer that to a call. He's asking a question to Jan-Peter. And Jan-Peter's not folding a gut shot with top pair, backdoor clubs. Nut flush drawing diamonds at the back. And look at this, he's picked up the diamond draw, but he's drawing dead. His Bessim has hit the 3. Love to see him check behind if he can. He's only sitting on 8,000. I think he might get a call. Yachman, he likes to gamble. The good news for him, it can't cost him much more if he does hit. The bad news is he can't win much more in his mind. It's whether he fancies the gamble. Even if you hit the flush, what are you going to do? Lead out into the player? Well, we know he likes to gamble. The chips are in. He thinks he wants to see a diamond. We know he doesn't. He wants to dodge a 5 or a diamond. Otherwise, he's going to have to pay him off another 5,000. And look at this. The brick 5 is definitely going to get Bessim paid. Bessim moved all in. Yachman called. He's going to show him the ace 3. And if only we could get a quick shot of Yachman nodding his head. Yeah, Yachman knows I shouldn't have chased that. There he is, nodding his head, as predicted. It's cost him 8,500 to chase a draw. Now remember, boys and girls, on paired boards, people that chase flushes go home on buses.
Next Monday.
Okay. Schnee sind auch nicht.
Well, Bessim is our man of the day. Leon just reloaded, I think. He's coming back. Bessim, he went from 0 to hero. He went down to 700 chips about 20 hands ago. He opted not to reload. He got it up to about 8,000. I think he's up to about 20,000 now. So from 700 to 20,000. That's pot limit Omaha, ladies and gentlemen. It's the best swinging game in town. Well, there it is. You can see it's got 16,000. And we've seen Bessim in the Celebrity Cash King get 50,000 nined out. We've seen him in the hole and get it all back. No real interesting hands here. Bottom 2 pairs for Yanni. Bottom end straight draw for Dimitri. It's been checked round, it's paired the ace. He who dares, and look at this, Bessim. Aces full of 6s.
Full of.
Taking the money, honey.
Das war die Impressum. Check. Aynı bir klasik var.
Yachman betting this one and taking it down. You can't beat a bit of 4-card PLO. Game of the future. It's a game for the sickos. Okay, we're on 50, 100, 200, 400. Action.
That's a fold.
Thomas fold. Yanni fold. On Dimitri folds. Besim. Looks like they're folding. Florian folds. Looks like it's straddle versus straddle. He's limped. It's been called. Antonius and Yachman to the flop. Sorry, Besim is in. With ace queen 10-9. Interesting he didn't raise. And 2 pair for Patrick. 2 pair for Yachman. Gut shottings for Besim. I'm pretty sure he's folding for 1,000. Yachman's not going to fold for 1,000. Not to Patrick. There it is. Tosses it in. He doesn't like it. His whole demeanour's changed since he's just paid Besim off. Might go check here. See, a lot of players often they tank before they check to make it look like they were going to bet to get the other player to slow down. But Patrick has bet it. He's worked out it's still in front, and he was either getting check raised or it's going to go check call, in which case he knows he's in front, or he can just win it here and now. And he bet full pot. Yachman not one to fold. Wants to find a 5 here or a 7. A 6 would be disastrous. It's a 9. Patrick might slow down. He may think, what's he going to get called by at this point? Potentially, Yachman could have had 8, 9, 10, even though he may have check raised with 8, 9, 10. So I think it's a marginal spot for Patrick. And he's checked. He'll be happy with the result.
Who has to show first?
Last aggressive action.
Also.
Me?
There you go. Last aggressive action was Patrick. He's told he's got to show first. Some places it's if it's check, it's the one straight after the button has to call, which would have been Jan Peter. But in quite a few places it's the last aggressive action. Jan Peter's going to be pretty glad there's a break coming up. Go out, reboot, refresh, come back and destroy the field. 7-7-6-5, not a bad hand for Bessim. On the button, Patrick's the straddler. Yachman from the big blind decides to raise it with Jack 9-9-7, double suited. And Langman sounds like he's repotted. He's made it 5k. He's worked out, let's gamble. Ace, Queen, Jack 10, double suited. Yachman wanting to know how much it is. He's folded a few of these kind of hands earlier and he was hitting with them. That could be playing on his mind, but he's on a downward swing at the moment.
How much is the total?
Yeah, it is a cash game. Reloads are allowed at any point. Minimum buying 10,000. Well, Yachman's made the call. Patrick's made the call. I don't see how Bessim can possibly fold this. He's getting great equity. He's got to assume at least two of the players are at the high end. He's got the middle to low end completely locked up. He knows his hearts will probably be no good. Certainly a good gambling hand. Come on, Bessim. Get it in. Spin it up. Turn your 700 into 30,000. Nope. He's gone for the fold. There we go. We can remember he had 5-6-7-7. 3 ways to the flop. 5,000 apiece plus 1,000 from Bessim.
I'm a good flop with
Here they come. Queen 9-4 with clubs, Langman with clubs. Set of 9s for Yachman. He'll be glad he got involved as long as a club doesn't come out. And Patrick just with top pair, can't see him going anywhere once Langman's moved all in, and Yachman's going to probably re-raise behind for protection. The truth is, Patrick's only got 12,000 anyway. So it doesn't matter what Yachman does, call or raise. If Patrick had any of this, the money's going in. There it is. It's in. Here we go. Well, not sure what Patrick's taken so long about. Unless he puts Yachman on a stone cold flush draw. And Leon is back. Trap 3 if you're new to the Cash Kings Poker. To the Twitch feed, Leon Tsakernik, the owner of Kings Casino. Not a man to shy away from a bit of action. Well, Patrick, he knows Yachman didn't have a huge hand because he was tanking about the call pre. So if he just puts him on a flush draw, you still don't want to be putting 12k in. Who knows what goes through his mind? Maybe we'll get him in the box a bit later. Or tomorrow. Patrick Antonius. He had his own event here yesterday and on Friday. €100 buy-in. Friday was a 40,000 guarantee. Saturday was 50,000 guaranteed. They smashed the guarantee on both days. We had Patrick on the live stream on the feature table. He was knocked out by a player that check called him on the river. Check snap called with ace high. The only thing that he can be thinking is that Yachman is on a flush draw, and only a flush draw. But Patrick's got, I mean, he's got top, but in Omaha, that's not a great hand. It's not like he's got backdoors, anything. Okay, runner, bottom end straights, 10 jack. But he needs runner. No backdoor flushes. Well, Jan Peter now wants a call, I promise you this. After Patrick's taken so long to call, or to think about it, because he hasn't called yet. And this is just a pure gamble if Patrick wants to gamble. Either he's right and he's gambling against the flush draw, or he's wrong and he's going to do his chips. Well, there it is, it's in the bin. They're on their backs. We are going to see that Langman is still 35% in this coup. He's going once. And ladies have been very lucky for Jan Peter tonight. A queen on the turn would definitely liven things up. Certainly would give Langman some more outs. It's a king. A 10 now. Or a club. And there it is. It's another king. It's a full house. Jan-Peter Jachman scooping 54,500. Though all of that wasn't in the main pot, because that did include his all-in. Langman now reloading. Floorman will be round with his autograph book in a moment.
I guess you were not close to that hand. Okay.
I was watching the aces when I lost. It's funny.
Good fold, Patrick, it looks like.
Yeah. It was a good fold. I thought of Tom very good.
Leon is back and ready to attack. Straddle is on. Patrick's going to give him some action. After Jan Peter, he's too busy stacking chips to play the next pot. Leon's pumped it up. Stuck it straight up, Patrick, who's never going to fold 6-4-3-2. We're heads up to the flop. Ace, Queen, 10. And the open fold there from the big blind is the new form of poker.
Right there. I'm right there. 2.
There we go. We got a straddle on from Thomas. That's right. You've got to please some of these big players, big action players, and put some straddles in every now and then. Keep them happy. Keep them involved. I think I was talking earlier about someone reloading. Not reloading. Sorry.
What? Speed up.
Nothing we can do about it. Couple of pretty hands here. 4, 5, 6, 8 double suited. 6, 7, 8, 10 double suited. Everyone around the same kind of middle range. Ace 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Against the 2 pair. Near enough a flip if Bessem gets out the way. A 7 will give him a chop, which will make the 8-6 a little bit in front. And Bichon now, with a complete wrap on a dry board, might raise pot. It's 1350 times 3, which is 4050, plus the 200 in the middle is 6450 if you want to go for it.
From 50 to 59.
Well, he's gone for 59.